of course, I work with the governor. The governor will give me the go-ahead if he wants me to contest election. If he says, Ebin, no, I'll sit down. But if he says, Ebin, you can go ahead, I'll go ahead. So when people come to me, I say, no, I have not gotten the go-ahead of Mr. Governor. When I get that, I will know what to do. The point I'm trying to make is that I have contested election. I have attempted election 3 times. I've been on the ballot twice here. So I know now, I know better now that contesting election in Nigeria is not about posters. It's not about billboards. It's not about campaign. You know, it's about strategies. And you don't have to come out and say, oh, I'm contesting. It's not a matter of how many billboards you do in town or how many social media data boys you have in town. No, it's about strategies. It's about placing yourself. It's about, in fact, luck is also part of it. For you to be within for the circumstances to be right for you.
In your favor.
So sometimes you might be the best material. I remember when I first contested for House of Assembly, and I was going around the political leaders, the community leaders in Akure, the DG, the chief imam, Ababa Fashoranti, everybody, and they will tell me, Ebin, if there's anybody that should be in that House of Assembly, it is you. You know. So, but at the end of the day, I couldn't get there. As a matter of fact, on my second attempt, it was a young boy who just left school, Simeon Borokini, that got the ticket and went to the House of Assembly. You know, meanwhile, those of us who have been planning and structuring and screaming for close to a decade could not get it. So it's not a matter of how much noise you can make. It's not a matter of how many supporters you have. You know, in those days, before, election used to be about popularity. You know, it's no longer about popularity.
Times have changed.
That changed. So it's not a matter of how popular you are. Sometimes the circumstances have to be right. And I always give example of the president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He refused to run for president because he was looking at
to go to the Senate.
You understand?
He won the ticket as a
you understand? He was looking at the circumstances. He was waiting for the right time. He was waiting for everything to come together for him. And when he realized that everything had come together, what did he say? He said, "Emiloko," because he realized at that time that this is the time. But when people were putting him under pressure, okay, maybe go to the Senate, you can become Senate president, and from there you run for. They said no. When he had the opportunity of getting ticket, he gave it to somebody else. When he had he gave it to somebody else because he was waiting for that, for the circumstances to be right for him. And when the circumstances were right, he took advantage of it. So sometimes I look at politicians who come out and say, BTO should be next governor. Is their right? The minister is qualified to be governor. And nobody is going to stop him if he wants to contest. And I always say this because people talk about zoning. And they say, okay, maybe it should be from the south or the bit from the center. And they say, you can't say it should be from the center. After all, in the